Alright, so quick update video for the trade recap that I did. This trade hit TP, so it will fucking take that. But yeah, we'll do a quick we'll quickly go over the charts quick. But since I already done it in the last trade breakdown, we'll just do a quick brief one. So on a weekly, bullish order flow, right? To close the down close, this down close candle order block. You can consider this a breaker. Clear draw and liquidity being the weekly fair value gap. So on a weekly, we have this. We already have this high time frame bias here. On a daily, we had these triple equal highs. We had this high, and then we had these daily highs stacked up. And so we have this external high. We have these internal lows, opening gap, daily fair value gap. So we're going from internal to external, and internal to external is usually the most high probability plays because it's always in line with the high time frame order flow. And we have this equal high being a weekly fair value gap, which is a really high probability draw in liquidity. So on Monday, retraced down into the daily key levels, inversion fair value gap as well on a 4-hour market maker buy model. So all you have to do is wait for the displacement to confirm this market maker buy model. So tap the daily key level, displaced higher, and I was already getting into EU short. So Monday closed above this inverse fair value gap, order block, propulsion block. Sweep into that propulsion block and sweep into the inversion fair value gap with CPI being the manipulation candle, displaced higher. So you could have already entered somewhere around here, which is what I did. And then this displacement lower was what made me a bit worried, because we closed below these 4-hour key levels, but we had this 4-hour order block, which was still fine for me to hold the trade, and the trade was not invalidated. So yeah, so 1 to 4 hours bullish, daily and weekly bullish, equal highs, and we have the time of the week. CPI being manipulation, PPI being more or less consolidation. We're likely to see the news driver on Thursday to be the expansion profile. So there's no intraday setup because we got this expansion higher towards the daily close, and then today we slowly grinded higher above this opening gap, and then we had this small manipulation pre-news, and then news was just straight up expansion. So yeah, this was just a one shot one kill model. So it's when you have this internal to external play on the higher time frames with the equal highs as a drawn liquidity, all the time frames being bullish on DXY, clear drawn liquidity, clear market maker buy model framework, time of the week. So you're trying to capture the weekly expansion. So from this weekly candle manipulating all the way lower, you're just trying to capture this weekly expansion all the way to this drawn liquidity here, which is what, as soon as I saw this down move, and with the time of the week that it was daily open, the weekly open, that is the very high probability chance of being manipulation. So the amount of people that probably went short here, thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna go and take out all these lows, not knowing that we have these equal highs and the time of the week that it happened, and the only thing we did was just drop lower, a retracement lower into daily key levels without taking this high. If we took out this high, then it's a different story, right? That's reacting to buy side liquidity, but we haven't taken it out, so this is a high probability chance of manipulation. So just waiting for that hourly confirmation, which we got here, and confirming that low risk buy here made this trade a very high probability trade to play out. So yep, daily and weekly key level reversal, low risk sell confirmed. So yeah, daily equal lows and weekly equal lows, daily internal to external, pretty much everything you need here for a high probability bias. But yeah, here I closed the trade just before news because we already took out this low, and EU has just been very weak compared to GU. which already took the draw on liquidity. So I closed EU just before news, but to be honest, I probably could have held because there was no chance that news was going to reverse before sweeping these highs, but it was just a precaution I wanted to do to close the trade before then, so just in case. But yeah, we're now seeing this large expansion after closing out, but yeah, no regrets. Got my 2R for the week, so we'll see how the daily and weekly candle closes. Friday probably most likely consolidation profile now after we've had this large expansion. If you look at the economic calendar, the main drivers for the week were CPI, PPI, unemployment claims. So those are the days of the week that you can expect the expansion. So we've already had that weekly expansion. I managed to catch that weekly expansion move. So I think the week is done for me here, and we already hit the draw on liquidity, being a higher time frame. There's daily liquidity pool, so that's about it. And GU was a bit of an L because in the trade breakdown, I basically closed at the high of the day, and I explained my reasons for closing GU. But to be honest, I was thinking of taking an entry at this this order block here, or it's even a propulsion block, right? Order block came into it, propulsion block. So I was thinking of taking it, but I ended up just holding EU instead. But you could have taken a short here and held for this low here. This would have been a valid trade. So in hindsight, I probably could have taken a re-entry there, but yeah, happy with the performance this week. I think if I held this GU trade and EU trade, this would have been an easy 5 all week. But yeah, regardless, still happy with the trade performance, and we'll see how this weekly candle closes.